as we have the Enterprise Wolves taking on the Rowland Hall Winged Lions here in the 5th place game here at the state tournament. Mike Trainer broadcasting live for Centricom Channel 10 and VTV Channel 6 as we have a dandy game here in store for you. Both teams battled yesterday to get into this game here today. Always tough to battle through the consolation side of the tournament after you had a chance on the winner's side and came up short. We'll see how these two teams respond here, as we'll have both teams with their starting lineups being announced right now. And here we go for the tip. The Enterprise Wolves in the blue with yellow numerals and Rowland Hall in the white with green. And there's the tip. It is won by Isaiah Adams. And Rowland Hall starts off with a quick three left side. Got it on the three by Jack Dishman. Dishman gets the three, and it's 3-0 Rowland Hall. Back the other way comes Enterprise, and that one goes out of bounds. And it's going to be, looks like it's going to be Rowland Hall basketball. So Enterprise turns it over. And Rowland Hall will bring it up on the dribble. The guard is Boston Ballard. Ballard passes it on the right wing, gets it back, now backs it up midcourt left side. Dribbles out to the top, Ballard does. Down to the right wing, keeps it alive, throws it down low, tipped and taken away. Gardner tipped it. Lead pass goes for Enterprise. They work it down to the left side with Chase Truman. Chasen gives it back, now gets it back for a three. Rattles it down for a bullseye. Three-pointer by Jason Truman. And we're tied at 3. 7:08 left here in the first quarter of play. There's a pass to the high left post, dribbling down the lane, dishing back off to the right side, and the jump shot is up and good. Beautiful looking shot from Isaiah Adams. That was Yusef Salama who made the pass. Full court pressure by the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. There's a steal taken away nicely by Trey Provost. Provost is going to drive, throws it up, and bounces it off no good, but he draws the foul. He'll take a trip to the free throw line here early in the first quarter. 6:43 left. Enterprise is trailing Rowland Hall 5-3. Enterprise, the visiting team, in the dark jerseys. Home team's always in the lighter jerseys. There's the free throw up and good as it rattles down for Trey Provost. Of course, we've seen a couple times this season where the dark team is the home team. And that's usually by the request of the home team if they want to wear a different color uniform. And the other team agrees. There's the second free throw. That is up and good. Trey Provost with 2. 7-3 Rowland Hall leads. Gardner with it, throws it away. Looking to chase and Truman here on the near side. Throws it over the bench. And a turnover for the Enterprise Wolves. And we have a timeout. 6:36 left here in the first quarter of play. 7-3 our score. We'll be right back here on Centricom Channel 10 and VTV Channel 6.
I'll butcher him, I'm sure. Hey, just turn around and say, that's wrong. That's Rowland Hall I'm worried about. There's some of them over there like, wow. Don Dacus.
And welcome back to action. Inbounds play for the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. Now they work it right side with Ballard. Ballard fires it out top. Gives it to the man who drained a three earlier, Jack Dishman. Dishman dishes back to Ballard. And now they listen to their coach on the sideline, who tells them to run a different play. 6:17 left here in the first quarter. 7-3 Rowland Hall. Winged Lions with the basketball. Dribbling is Provost. Back out right corner. Three ball on the way. Got it! A 3-ball by Ballard as he drains that one. And Boston Ballard gives the Rowland Hall Winged Lions a 10-3 lead. Now the Wolves trying to deal with this full court pressure from Rowland Hall. On the dribble up. There's a Jason Truman 3 off the rim. Rebound taken by Ballard. Ballard leads the rush, lead pass to Provost, drives in, scoops it up, no good. He falls down, no contact. It appeared like no contact. He just fell down, and the whistle is blown, and the foul is called. We'll watch the VTV replay here, and very minimal contact, if any, on the elbow, as that was initiated by the driver. And unfortunately, the foul is called there on Enterprise. The free throw is up and good by Provost. Provost looked a little bit out of control, actually. Usually when they're out of control and not able to get the shot up, they don't blow that whistle. The second one is up and good, as Provost wasn't hit that hard to go down like that. He went down on his own. Now with it, Enterprise trailing 12-3, a 9-point deficit right now. Pass out top goes to Ryan Holt. Now pass to the baseline right, shot up no good. Rebound Holt. Holt goes up strong, shoots, gets it blocked, but there is a whistle and body contact and a foul called, and that will be a trip to the free throw line for the Enterprise Wolves. 5:31 left in the first quarter. 12-3 our score. Enterprise starting off a little slow in this game. They'll bring in 2 new players off the bench after the first free throw by Ryan Holt, which is good. Checking in will be Tyler Hyatt, and also coming in, Spencer Lobb. Gardner and Levi Randall will take a seat. Now at the free throw line for number 2, it's on the way. Bounces off short, no good. Rebound tipped, grabbed, Holt drive, shoots, and can't get it to go. Taken by Enterprise on the steal back. Pass down to the low block, shot up off the glass high, bounces away, no good on the shot try by Drake. And Enterprise another offensive board. Truman for 3, hits the rim, no good. Enterprise can't buy a bucket here in the first quarter. They trail 12-4. And now it's going to be a whistle and a foul call on the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. And we're joined by Dennis Aldridge on color. And Dennis, Enterprise starting off a bit slow, 12-4 here. Rowland Hall's got some talent.
Yeah, Rowland Hall has been a highly favored team coming into this tournament. They, by some pundits, were supposed to be the second best team behind Layton Christian. They are very talented.
Neither one of them remains in the championship side of the bracket. Rowland Hall here in this 5th place game against the Enterprise Wolves. There's a violation, turned the ball over to Rowland Hall. There's a quick 3 right side, got it. Drained on that right wing by Xander Smith. Enterprise having problems with the full court pressure and the trap by Rowland Hall. Here on the near side, Ryan Holt dribbles to the right wing, drives in, scoops it up, can't get it to go, draws the foul though. 2 shots coming as that foul is tallied to Trey Provost.
Yeah, Enterprise is a great team when their outside shooting gets going, and thus far it doesn't look like the outside shooting's been able to come through for them.
Free throw by Ryan Holt is good, makes it 15-5, a 10-point deficit for the Wolves. We appreciate you joining us on Centricom Channel 10 and VTV Channel 6. The free throw number 2 is good. 3 points for Ryan Holt. Rowland Hall will bring it up on the dribble. Ballard will bring it with the right hand, holds up some fingers as he crosses the center court line on the huge painted orange S on the floor for Snow College here at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. A joint effort here at the Sevier Valley Center between Sevier County and Snow College to provide this facility, and it's a very fine facility. Left corner 3, off the rim, no good on the shot try by Xander Smith. Rebound, Wolves. Lead pass. Lob couldn't hang on to it as that pass is off his fingertips in front of the Rowland Hall bench and out of bounds. So into the game will come number 24 for the Winged Lions, Jack Dishman. He returns, replaces Trey Provost. And now inbounds for the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. Boston Ballard will bring it up. Angle left pass, gives it up to Smith. Back to Ballard. A couple of LDS names there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Now driving down the lane, dishing off to the right side. 3 ball on the way, and Rowland Hall can't get it to go on that right wing by Jack Dishman. Rebound Wolves. Here they come the other way. Spencer Lobb, right wing 3 on the way. Gets fouled in three-point country. That was a senseless foul there by Yusuf Salama. I say senseless because the ball's already gone.
Yeah, he really was. He was standing there after the follow-through with his hand sticking up, and the coach is pleading the case. But the reality is he caught him on the arm and kind of knocked him sideways.
At the free throw line for 3, and Enterprise has not shot well from the charity stripe early. It's missed by Spencer Lobb.
Well, that's another thing. If they've done their scouting, they got to realize that Lobb is not one of their better three-point shooters. So when he let that thing go, you know, it wasn't a need to go up and try and whack that ball.
Or no harm in the foul because he's missed 2 foul shots now. Third one up, and he gets 1 of 3. 15-7. Enterprise trails Rowland Hall. The Winged Lions, Boston Ballard with it. Pass to the high post. With it there is Isaiah Adams. Drives in, shot up, no good. Rebound taken by the Wolves. Tyler Hyatt.
Enterprise doing a nice job of keeping him away from the basket. They can't let him get down deep with his leaping ability.
Holt drives in, dishes, pass, tip, picked off. Here comes Boston Ballard the other way. The layup with the right hand is good. Rowland Hall is very quick in transition, too. Now Hyatt passes over on the far side to Chasen Truman. Truman's going to drive in, gets bumped, puts up a shot, hits the iron, no good. Rebound loose, trying to be tracked down by Jagger Drake, and it's knocked out of bounds by Rowland Hall. You were going to say, Dennis? Did you have something? I interrupted you. It was 5 or 10 seconds ago, which is too far for us to remember, I know.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time getting my bearings here. It was a quick trip over. I apologize for being late. I have to admit I broke a few rules getting here, so I haven't got the game face going.
Well, we won't go into that because troopers do listen. There's a 3-ball left corner. No good on that left side by Hyatt. Now back comes Rowland Hall after the missed shot. Left wing with it. Holding the ball is Xander Smith. Smith pass to the corner, 3-ball up. Oh, just a 2. It's drained by Maya Royer.
You know, I've watched this team from Rowland Hall play a couple of games. I knew they were talented, but their outside shooting right now is better than what I've seen in the previous games. Usually teams aren't into this game right now, but Rowland Hall really seems to be into it. They are hustling all over the place, and Enterprise looks a little flat.
2:41 left in the first. Into the game for the first time for the Rowland Hall Winged Lions is Oscar Percy. Also checking back in is Trey Provost. 19-8, Rowland Hall leads. Enterprise inbounds left wing, and there's a 3-ball on the way, but that's an air ball anyway. That's going to be a violation of a foul on the Enterprise Wolves. So the Wolves have not shot well in this first quarter, and they're not very fundamentally sound right now.
No, they really aren't, and those are good shooters out there, Hyatt and then Truman on that one. And they don't even draw iron. They're not even close. That's not Enterprise basketball.
2:30 left in the first quarter, 19-8, Winged Lions. With the basketball is Provost. Provost dribbling with the right knee brace on. Fires over to the right wing. Dishman's going to drive into the lane, runs over Lobb, but a whistle before Lobb took that charge. It's always tough when the foul's called and it's not the charge that you just took.
You took the abuse later on, but yeah, the foul was called outside on, I believe, Truman.
4 team fouls apiece. We've got a timeout on the court. 2:20 left in the first quarter. It is 19 for Rowland Hall, 8 for Enterprise. And, of course, just a great game here between these two clubs. Rowland Hall does have the upper hand right now. They seem ready to play here. They want that 5th place finish and at least get some recognition at state that they finished 5th.
This game sometimes will be better than the game for 3rd and 4th, because the game for 3rd and 4th, those teams are so disappointed from what took place the night before. They're hard to get going. This one, that disappointment happened yesterday, and in this game they come back to play pretty hard. But Enterprise does not look to have that zip that they normally have and that good solid discipline that they normally have.
We'll see if that comes later. Usually it takes a little while to get your bearings underneath you, and Rowland Hall, if you wait too long, might bury you before you get them.
Yeah, they very well could, the way they're shooting right now.
Enterprise girls play for the state title tonight. There's a long 3 by Dishman right side, caught by Gardner, no, missed by Gardner. Boy, they're just having problems all over. That was an easy grab for Gardner.
Yeah, you just dropped that thing out of bounds.
Wonder if he's thinking about track season already.
Well, you know, they may be in this game.
Gardner, a very accomplished track athlete. There's a drive from the angle right up and no good by Provost. Provost gets the call again. I think Gardner's one of the fastest guys in the state, if I remember correctly, in track, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, he is.
Free throw on the way is good by Provost. He's got 5 free throws, and it's 20-8, a 12-point lead for Rowland Hall. Enterprise can't afford to get down by too many points and try to muscle it back. There's another free throw that's good.
No, they really can't because they're not even able to break this press effectively. Another steal there.
And Rowland Hall dribbles off their foot. Now watching the ball and trying to look for a player was Royer. And Maya Royer turns the ball back over to Enterprise. That's a break for Enterprise.
Yeah, it really was. Because, again, they had numbers, but they've got to learn to get going and break this press. They can't even break it.
They're not looking like Beaver did last night, are they?
No.
Breaking the press. There's a pass down. They do break it. Hyatt drive, shoots, misses. Whistle and a foul, and he'll be at the free throw line for a pair of free throws. And that foul will be tallied to Xander Smith. Set to check in for the Winged Lions, Isaiah Adams. At the free throw line is Hyatt. Hyatt makes it. Also checking in is Yusef Salama. One more for Tyler Hyatt. Try to cut this to an 11-point game. He bends at the knees, he fires, a little flat, but he scores it. And it's 21-10. Rowland Hall. Now the Wolves put together a little press here. And it forces a turnover. No, it was tipped, I guess, by Levi Randall. Yeah. Back into the game for the Enterprise Wolves comes Jagger Drake and Ryan Holt. Holt has been the bright spot for the Wolves, at least in this first quarter. He's been able to penetrate. Hasn't scored a lot of points. He's got 3 free throws, but at least he's penetrating.
Well, that's a beginning, and that penetration will open those outside shots, but outside shooting has been abysmal for him thus far.
Into Adams for Rowland Hall, now back to Ballard. Boston swings the right wing, Dishman for 3. Rims it off, no good. Rebound taken by Jagger Drake. Back comes Enterprise. Levi Randall gets double teamed in the trap. Now gets it away, and now Holt has it top. Drives into the lane, dishes off left side, lob for 3, short off the rim. Rebound putback is up and good. That barely crawled over the rim for Ryan Holt. 21-12, and there's a whistle, and it looks like an offensive foul going to be called on Rowland Hall.
They called it a travel.
A travel?
Yeah. He got out of control a little bit up in the air, tried to make the pass, and went sideways past the player. And so it wasn't the offensive foul, but the traveling before.
Holt passes over the far side to Lob. Lob with a skip pass, picked off. Great defense there by Trey Provost, another steal. Enterprise not being careful with the basketball on that full court press. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. 21-12, Rowland Hall with the lead. Dishman launches a long 3, rattles it out, no good. Rebound taken by Holt. Holt will bring it up on the dribble, gets past the press. Pull up 3, left wing, bullseye.
There you go. There you go. Holt's starting to get into it a little bit now.
8 points for Holt, 21-15, down to a 6-point lead for the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. Boston Ballard, midcourt left side near the center court line, dribbles on the Hugh Jess at center court, down to the top of the key. Dribbles left wing, denied nicely there by Lob, swings it out top. Provost with it. Provost passes and threw it just a little too soon for his big man. He was trying to get it down to Isaiah Adams.
The Stockton to Malone pick and roll is what they had going up high, and he threw it just too soon. The roll was not there.
Or was the roll man slow? We
Well,
don't know.
it might have been, but it didn't connect.
Lob's going to dribble across the center court line. Now goes to the right wing, gets the ball knocked out of his hands, and stolen away by Rowland Hall. Bounce pass right to Ryan Holt. Holt steals it. Here comes Enterprise the other way, shoots it at the buzzer, and almost on line, just a bit off. And after 1 quarter of play, the Enterprise Wolves trail 21-15. Could have been a lot worse than it was. I like the way Ryan Holt and the rest of the team fought back.
Yeah, when he came back in the game after that break, he really made a difference. Like you said, first with the penetration dish and then the rebound shot, and then the 3-pointer on the fast break made a huge difference. Right there at the end, you saw Gardner's speed. They had a 2-on-1 break, and Gardner came from behind to disrupt the flow. Sprinted up there. Good speed. That's a lot of points in the first quarter, though. We were calling it kind of a down game, but they got it going.
That they did, and one thing that Enterprise is going to need to do for this game, Dennis, is figure out a way to efficiently break that full court press, that half-court trap or three-quarter court trap that Rowland Hall's putting on. We watched a masterful job by Joe Hillock's Beavers last night against Layton Christian's press, It was almost as though, I don't know, I didn't see one turnover when I watched that game. Maybe there was one or two, but they were so efficient and patient with that press.
They really were. They did a masterful job, but there's a little more intensity there than there is here right now with Enterprise, I believe. But the intensity started to come there at the end of that first quarter, and I think that's what's lacking. Their passes just aren't crisp. They're not breaking to spots in the open to get that pass to advance the ball. They're just kind of being a little bit lazy with it, but I think it'll come. It looked like it right there at the end of that quarter.
So 21-15, a nice surge by the Enterprise Wolves late in that quarter to make it only a 6-point game. They were down by as many as 12, I think, in that first quarter. 21-15, Enterprise starts off with the ball. Another positive note for the Wolves. Now dribbling right side, Randall, pass out top to Lobb. Lobb being bodied up, fires it down low to Tal Gardner. Gardner shoots and rims it in good. Gardner with the bucket. I called him Tal, I meant Jay.
Nice recognition there by Lobb, getting it down low in there, and then he came up and reversed underneath the rim. Took advantage of the rim.
Enterprise right wing three on the way. Provost misses, rebound Lobb. And Enterprise a bucket away from making this a 2-point game. Ryan Holt dribbles behind his back out top. Dribbles down to the short corner right side on the low block, shoots it up, rims it off, no good. Fights for the rebound and tipped out of bounds by the Wolves. Ooh, it looked like Levi Randall tipped that between the legs of Trey Provost for out of bounds.
Looked like it. Fish a little closer than us, but again, good battle now by Enterprise. They're getting after it. They're really making a difference here.
Not saying it was a bad call because, as you see the instant replay, very possibly could have been touched by the Rowland Hall player. Inbounds play for the Enterprise Wolves. 21-17, they trail. 7:20 left here in the second. There's a lob pass into Gardner. Jay gets it stolen away. Knocked out, and here comes Dishman the other way. Bounce pass to his teammate. Layup is good for Boston Ballard. Ballard with 8. Make it 7. There's a pass down low and a long pass for Gardner. Stolen away again by Rowland Hall.
Just a little too late and a little too lazy right there. You got to see the big guy from Rowland Hall standing there just off the side with his length and reach.
23-17, there's a 3, and that's off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped out, Levi Randall with it. A 2-on-2 break for the Wolves. Randall left wing, gets it back outside, and Dishman makes a nice play to get right where the three-point shooter was, knocked it out of bounds.
They're just not recognizing the athleticism of this Rowland Hall team. They're trying to make passes that maybe would be effective elsewhere, but these kids are just too quick and too lengthy to make those kinds of passes.
And to Jason Truman. Truman back to the left corner. Randall, he'll drive in, penetrate a little, and then dish it back out to Truman. Back out to Randall, top of the key. Midcourt straightaway, swings an angle left to Holt. Holt fakes the 3, fakes the drive. Now skip pass over to the left side to Truman. Truman gets bumped, lost the ball in the air, and Dishman comes back with it. Dishman back outside. Another turnover for the Wolves. Now right side with the basketball is Adams, and they swing it back out top. Boston Ballard on the huge orange S for Snow College here, painted on the court, dribbling. Now swings an angle left. Back out they go. A lot of directions being shouted from the coaching staff.
They're trying to ISO down low. They've got a huge mismatch over there.
Now pass to the free throw line. 15-footer by Adams, no
Whoa.
good. Gardner, where did he get those hops?
Holy smokes. Wow.
He almost jumped through the roof on that one. Got the rebound at Enterprise. Now on top it goes to Holt. Holt thought about the 3, dribbles right side of the lane, dishes to the right corner. Truman for 3, off the rim, rebound. Gardner goes up, gets hammered on the arm, and he'll be at the free throw line. And boy, I guess he just woke up.
I haven't seen that kind of height out of him before, but wow, did he get up?
At the free throw line is Jay Gardner. Gardner's free throw high archer is good. Gardner with 3 in the game. 5:41 left in the second quarter. 23-18. Enterprise trying to cut it down to a 4-point game. Gardner's second one, and that's all string music. 4 for Gardner. 23-19, a 4-point Rowland Hall lead. Provost will bring it up for the Winged Lions. Dribbling to the right side. Now back out top, being hedged nicely by Hyatt. Now a switch. Hyatt stays with him. Pass to the left corner. Dishman for 3. Hits the rim. No good. Rebound. Almost over the back, but good height that time by Adams, but pulled down by Enterprise. And there's a pass to the corner to Truman. Truman started to go toward the bucket instead of the corner. The pass went to the corner and out of bounds.
But again, I think it was just a little bit too late. He had him out there throwing the ball, you know. Don't wait till they get to the baseline to do that.
Sometimes after you get physically into the game, making quicker moves, you're still mentally lagging, so they're just a half second behind thinking what they want to do with the ball.
Had he thrown that earlier, he had the over-the-top pass. He could have dropped that right in front of the basket, a nice bounce, and pick it up and lay it in, you know.
Rowland Hall with the basketball. 5:07 left here in the second, 23-19. Rowland Hall leads. Dishman dribbles top of the key, right wing pass. Provost fires it to the corner. That's knocked out of bounds on the tip. No, it wasn't tipped.
No.
It was such a bad pass, I thought it was tipped.
Well, he pointed that way to begin with, too, and then turned around and went the other way. The official did. But, yeah, that was a terrible pass.
I don't mean to make a bad comment about a player. That's not what I meant, but that was wow.
That was closer to the cheerleader on the end of the bench than it was to a player.
Now the Wolves looking to break the press. Straddling the center court line was Levi Randall when he came down. Dribbles into the forecourt. Now whistle. He stepped on the sideline. And a turnover.
But why do you dribble down in there in the first place against triple team?
And now inbounds play for Maya Royer. Boston Ballard in the game. Jack Dishman, as well as Isaiah Adams. For the Rowland Hall Winged Lions, also out there is Xander Smith, excuse me. Whoa. There's a steal by Enterprise and then knocked out of bounds by Boston Ballard. I've been calling my mistake to the fans of Rowland Hall. I've been calling Xander Smith by the name of Trey Provost, and that's my mistake. He wears number 4. My apologies there. Now Ryan Holt dribbles down the lane, goes up with a scoop shot, scores. That was fantastic.
Sweet shot. Gets the man in the air, comes up with the left hand up underneath. Beautiful.
He has 10. Rowland Hall back out. Oh, a travel called on Dishman down low. He just got caught and didn't know where to go with the ball and shuffled his foot.
Yeah. Enterprise's defense is getting better.
Yusuf Salama checks in for Jack Dishman. Jay Gardner pass is tipped and picked off.
Nice anticipation.
Maya Royer with the steal. Now back out to the right wing. Top of the key, Xander Smith for 3. Rims off, no good. As they finally called him by the correct name. Now dribbling is Ryan Holt off to the rebound. Pass to the right side to Truman. Truman drives, floater on the way. Good! 23-23, the Wolves have tied it.
Beautiful. They've got Rowland Hall reeling right now. They're playing Enterprise basketball now.
3:50 left of the second quarter, 23-all. Rowland Hall with the basketball. Right wing with it. Boston's Ballard swinging around through Smith to the left corner. Pass tipped. Good defense by Hyatt down low. Or Drake, rather. Jagger Drake got his hand in the lane and knocked it out of bounds.
Swept it out of there right away from him.
Into the game will come Jack Dishman again for Maya Royer. And Dishman will trigger it in. Also coming out will be Xander Smith. Looking to get it in. They fire it into Boston Ballard. Ballard with 3:30 left in the first half. Dribbles to the high right post. Down the right side of the lane. Throws one up off the glass and scores. Nice move.
That's good against some real hard pressure right there. Stay with that. That was a good move.
Ballard with 9. Enterprise breaks the press. There's a quick pass to Gardner. Gardner pull-up shot on the way. Off the glass and iron. No good. Rebound in the lane taken by Rowland Hall. Lead pass to Dishman. Left wing, got his feet tied up, but then pass down low, a wide open layup, good. They found Adams down low quickly. Wow. 27-23, just like that after being tied. It's a 4-point lead for Rowland Hall. Jason Truman breaks the press, dribbles to the right side, bounce pass down the low block, shot up off the glass, good for Drake.
A good, nice dish by Truman. Go all the way to the defense, pull the big guy to you, dish underneath.
Boston Ballard dribbles to the right high post, back outside it goes to his teammate, now gets it back, right corner 3, the lefty hits it.
Wow, I haven't seen Rowland Hall shoot this well.
12 points for Ballard, 30-25, here comes Hyatt the other way, Holt the other way, shot no good. Rebound loose, picked up by Rowland Hall. We've got a travel called on Rowland Hall. That looked kind of odd, the way that hit a foot and then somebody else's foot. And
yeah, it ended up in, was it Salama's hand? And he wasn't quite sure what to do with it, but he kept on. But
2 minutes, 24 seconds left in the second. Just as Enterprise ties it, Rowland Hall takes a 5-point lead, 30-25. Spencer Lobb checks into the game for the Wolves. Now back to Truman. Now to Lobb on the far side. Pass to the far side here. And Holt gets into the forecourt left wing. Brings it back out. Fires out top. Jason Truman open for 3. Fires. Bullseye!
That's more what I expected. That other shot he took earlier where he never even drew iron. That's not him.
Jack Dishman left corner for Rowland Hall. Skip pass to the right side to Adams. Back outside Provost. Provost dribbles to the high post, lobs it down low, grabbed by Adams, back out left corner three by Dishman, hits the rim, bounces high, rebound, good box out by Holt. He got fouled by Boston Ballard.
Well, that saved an easy layup at the other end because Truman was on the streak.
That is the 7th team foul on Rowland Hall, 5 on the Wolves. That's a 1-on-1 situation. Second personal foul on Boston Ballard. He'll check out of the game, I believe. No, he'll stay in the game. As coming in will be Xander Smith. 30-28, a chance for Holt to tie the game at the free throw line.
You would expect him to do so. Yeah. You're starting to notice a little bit maybe the initial excitement for Rowland Hall has worn off. Some of their players seem that their heads are down. Maybe they've lost that pep and energy.
Front end is missed by Holt, rebounded by Rowland Hall. Here comes Boston Ballard the other way. Swing it out top, there's a pass. Stolen away, a double team on the far side. Truman and Holt, and that one almost thrown away, and it is, as Truman can't handle it in the forecourt. Just Holt trying to lead him too far, but threw it to the left too far out of bounds.
Yeah, he threw the post when he should have been throwing the flag, or threw the flag when he should have been throwing the post.
I'm not sure if Holt's actually the quarterback on Enterprise. That's probably the problem right there. 30-28, Rowland Hall leads the Enterprise Wolves with 1:24 left in the second quarter. Boston Ballard dribbles in, back outside. Smith for three, no good off the rim. Holt on the rebound.
Holt's doing everything right now for him, really is.
Holt dribbles and gets the ball knocked off of one of the Enterprise Wolves' feet and out of bounds. Enterprise not complaining on that, but it looked like it hit the foot of the Winged Lion and rolled out of bounds. But it's going to be Winged Lion basketball. 1:08 left here in the second, 30-28. Winged Lions lead the Enterprise Wolves. Boston Ballard dribbles slowly across the timeline. Fires it out top. Gives it up to Yusuf Salama. Salama angle right to Ballard again. Ballard dribbles, being guarded by Hyatt. Pass down low, tipped and picked off by Enterprise. Drake tipped it. Truman got it. Jason gives it to Holt, left wing lob. Lob will penetrate down the lane, layup with the right hand, missed. He is fouled though. Late whistle though too.
Yeah, late whistle again. Missed that layup. Maybe that's the reason he missed it. He said he grabbed him on the arm. Maybe that's the reason he missed that so far. That was a great move to get down the lane, slashing through and laying that thing up.
At the free throw line for the second time, the Wolves a chance to tie. This will be a two-shot foul. And missing his lob. Lob can't believe it. He's like, I missed 2 of 3 on my three-pointer from the charity stripe. Now I've missed 4 free throws, or 3 free throws.
After watching several games, if Rowland Hall is going to foul somebody, lob seems to be the least effective of the shooters.
He makes the second. 1 of 3 his first trip, 1 of 2 his second. It's 30-29. Enterprise trailing Rowland Hall. The Winged Lions break the Wolves press. There's a pass over to the left side. Dishman has it in the left corner. Pass out to Salama. Back to Dishman, left corner. To Salama, left wing. Salama fakes the drive. 26 seconds left in the second period. And it looks like they may play for the last shot. Backing it up is Boston Ballard on the far side, midcourt area. Dribbles top of the key, now backs it up. Being guarded on the play by Tyler Hyatt. Now with 8 seconds left, Boston dribbles top of the key. Ballard gets hedged out nicely. There's a pass picked off. Jason Truman shoots a 3, missed it. He didn't realize how much time he had. He still had 2 seconds to get to the rim, and he shot it.
He looked up at the clock and then just cast off. He had plenty of time. Oh, unfortunate for Enterprise right there.
A steal, and then he had a chance. I was about ready to call a fantastic layup for the lead at halftime, but then he stops and shoots from 3, and he missed.
It was from half court.
After 1 half of play, it's the Rowland Hall Winged Lions leading the Enterprise Wolves by a score of 30-29. We'll take a break for our halftime show, and when we come back, we'll be back for second half action as the Enterprise Wolves get that 3 by Chase and Truman on the left wing as we watch our highlights here at halftime.
What is number 30's name? Rowland Hall. Adams.
I was calling him Salama, but that's Adams. Salama's
should have known. Checking into the lineup for the Wing Lions, replacing Isaiah Adams, 42, Oscar Percy. Checking into the lineup for the Bulls. 22, Jacob Drake, 5, Spencer Bauer. Coming in for the Wing Lions, number 14, Boston Bauer. Checking into the lineup for the Wing Lions, number 24, Jack Dishman, and number 30, Isaiah Adams. Rowland number 14, Boston Bauer is the third team foul for the Wing Lions. Checking into the lineup for Rowland replacing Trey Provost, the one Maya Road. Enterprise foul 15, Tyler Hyatt is first. Checking in for the lineup for Rowland Hall, replacing Jack Dishman, number 23, Yusuf Sola. Enterprise foul number 22, Jacob Drake is first. Second team foul for Enterprise. 30-second timeout, Enterprise.
Continue working in the offensive end to their big guys down low. I think it's going to pay dividends, as you pointed out, Dennis. That's not my thing. It's you pointed that out, but I also
don't blame it on me.
I'm blaming it on you. I also think it's going to create more of those outside shots later on that will drop. Inside out always works better. If you're looking for it on the side passes on the perimeter, it's not quite as effective.
Well, and anybody who watches the game knows that's what happens. You got to go inside to pull the defense back off your three-point shooters. Eventually, you'll get a three-point shot, but you'll get better opportunities if you can work the ball through the middle so that the middle is a threat. That's my philosophy, but they're not doing it. They're looking for the outside shot, and now they finally started going back inside, and their intensity's starting to pick up a little bit defensively too.
Now with the basketball is Levi Randall for Enterprise. Enterprise in the blue. Rowland Hall in the white, driving in Ryan Holt, and Holt puts up a shot. What penetration on that low right side as he came down the right side of the lane, threw it up off the glass. It didn't go, but he drew the foul.
And that's the other thing about going inside. You got to get fouls on the big guys defensively. Got to open it up.
Maybe they just called that out of bounds. Or
No, they called it on the 24, yeah.
All right, there's a three-ball right wing Holt. Oh, he hits another one from deep. Ryan Holt, 3 threes. 49-35. Rowland Hall with the ball. Provost out top. Swinging around the horn to Dishman left wing. Skip pass to the right wing. Now back left, penetration by Salama. Salama dribbles into trouble, back outside. Left corner three on the way. Bullseye! They dribble in with the penetration, outside for the three.
Kick it out.
Dishman gets the tray. And Rowland Hall cuts the lead to 49-38, a 9-point lead for Enterprise. Wolves pass to Holt. Holt left side to Lob. Lob's going to penetrate from the angle left, throws one up, and bounces it in good off the glass.
He can handle the contact and throw it up in there.
Here comes Rowland Hall the other way. There's a three at the buzzer, and that's short. 51-38, Enterprise owns a 13-point lead as we head to the third quarter. I like the energy from the Rowland Hall Winged Lions now, and I like the idea of the deep penetration with the dribble at least to kick it out for a three. But again, I'm still thinking they need to work a little more with the big guys.
I do too. Again, it bothers me. I watch big number 42 down in there. He's got good position in a lot of cases. He's got, in fact, the angle for a drop step layup to the basket, and they just won't throw him the ball. When a guy's working that hard down in there, give him the dish, give him the ball, you know? And most guys, if they can't get it, they'll kick it right back to you. They've been coached that way. But he's working hard. He had great position on the low block. He had the defender on the high side. Throw that thing to the open hand. It's an easy turn and lay it up. There's no backside defense.
You just hope your big guy can be patient as well, because after a while you give up working so hard because you're never getting the ball.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate result of that too.
51-38, Enterprise leads the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. 8 minutes left in the game. One of these teams will have the 5th place championship. Not sure if they get a trophy for that, do they?
Not anymore, I don't believe so, no. They used to give something for that, for the consolation championship, they called it, but they don't do that anymore. Unless the classification comes up with one, which I don't see.
Still nice to be one of the 5 best teams in the state. There's a quick pass inbounds, left corner three on the angle and made by Provost. His first field goal, he has 9 in the game now.
Enterprise came out of that timeout late and they were sleeping.
Now there's a travel by Chasen Truman. Dribbles left wing in the forecourt, tried to pass it down low. Looked like a good play, but he traveled and turned it over.
They put them, the Rowland Hall coaches put them back in that full court press, and they've really picked up the intensity. And whether they get any steals or not, it has increased their intensity like it was in the first quarter.
Enterprise 51, Rowland Hall 41. The Winged Lions with the basketball in the white with green trim. Pass left wing, Provost for another three. Hits the iron, no good. Rebound taken by Hyatt. Now lead pass goes to Randall. Randall passes to Holt. Holt into the forecourt near side. Pass left corner, Truman for three. No, off the rim. Rebound, good position by Drake. How did Drake get in front of the Rowland Hall player? He got the rebound and drew the foul.
He was. Well, in fact, he was flat-footed, falling backwards. The ball hit him right in the chest.
5 team fouls on the Winged Lions, 2 on the Enterprise Wolves. That's the 3rd personal on your big guy who's been working hard down low. Oscar Percy has to come out of the game. Now inbounds to Randall, left wing. Out top, it goes to Holt. Holt's going to dribble right side of the lane, lay with the right hand, good.
There again, you see, part of the reason that works is the big Drake kid sitting down in there. He pins the defender low post player so Randall can go, or Holt can go around him. They work well together.
Now it's 53-41, Enterprise lead, 7:04 left. Rowland Hall, left side Provost tries to drive in, and he is fouled on the play by the Enterprise Wolves, Levi Randall. So with 7:03 left in the fourth, 53-41, Rowland Hall obviously not out of this game. They can score in a hurry if they need to. They've got the talent. Now inbounds to Jack Dishman. Dishman will hand off to Provost. Passes inside to Adams. Adams back outside. Boston Ballard back out to Dishman for three, and again they're settling for the three, and that one doesn't go, but a rebound by Adams, turnaround jumper, no good in the lane. Another rebound by Dishman, he shoots, he misses, and now Adams finally gets it and leaves it short, just 2 feet away from the basket, and rebounded by Enterprise.
Yeah, that Enterprise really misses Gardner in there. He's not the tallest, but boy, he gets up and gets those rebounds, and they miss him inside, but Rowland Hall, 4 chances, was it? Cannot convert.
Now inbounds play in the left corner, Drake. He'll launch the three. It's rounded out. I was wondering why he was taking that shot, but that one almost went down. Here comes Provost the other way for Rowland Hall. Left wing Ballard, and he shifted his pivot foot before he went to the drive, and he turned it over. Up off the bench for the first time in the game, at least that I remember, is number 14, Andrew Bowler, for the Enterprise Wolves.
That's, again, one of the importance of these games, you might think this is worthless, but it's not to the teams, the towns, and the younger talent who's getting a chance to play in state-level games. They might be the drop-down bracket, but it pays dividends down the road later on in years.
Enterprise, Bowler gets the rebound on the missed shot. Another try by Enterprise. That one's blocked by Adams. Great play, and he's fouled by Levi Randall. And that'll be the 4th team foul on the Enterprise Wolves. 3rd personal on Levi Randall. But I think you're right, Dennis. It gives them the opportunity to play another game, and it's not just a preseason game that you can put on your schedule. This is something that means something to them.
It's good talent they're playing against. It's good experience, and you hope coming back next year they've had this experience. They're better prepared to play these games.
Angle left drive, foul called on Enterprise. Getting to the line is going to be Trey Provost. That foul is going to be tallied to the Enterprise Wolves. Andrew Bowler comes in and picks up the foul. At the charity stripe is Trey Provost. He has 9, make it 10 in the game now with that free throw. 53-42 to cut it to a 10-point lead. A few shots here and there for Rowland Hall, and they're right back into this one. Second one is good too as it rattles down by Trey. 2-2-1, 3/4 court trap by the winged Lions. Enterprise passes to Holt. He gets out of it. Wide open is Levi Randall. That was a touchdown waiting to happen if it was football, but it was basketball. That would have been a 2-point basket.
Yeah, that he had him streaking down that sideline. But the defense was so strong around him he couldn't see out of the trees.
Hall of Fame broadcaster Scott Langford is sitting in the wings getting ready for his broadcast of the Beaver girls coming up a little bit later on. There's the free throw. And it hangs on the rim and falls down for Ryan Holt. And Holt shrugs his shoulders and says, hey, I'll take it.
Whatever, yeah.
Scott Langford had a big bout with a flu, but he's back in action, ready to go. All the juices in his body. He's ready for a prime broadcast here.
He waves his flask at you. What's in that flask?
Yeah, it might be something we don't want to know.
Some medicine.
Out top is Provost. Passes on the right side. Picked off by the Enterprise defense. Here comes Jason Truman the other way. Jason holds the ball. He's double teamed. Needs to get rid of it and gets fouled. And Smith can't believe the call. 5:34 left. It's a 12-point lead for Enterprise. And back to the line, the Wolves. We'll be listening to the 4th quarter of Scott's broadcast, and then we'll know what's in that flask. Reminds me of the old baseball announcer, Mike Shanahan, for the St. Louis Cardinals. He tended to be a little slurred speech late in the game.
He says he starts out that way is what he's saying now.
Jason Truman.
Another reason why there better not be any audio on those tapes.
That's right, that's right. We're killing the audio on those DVDs. Second free throw good. It's 57-43. Winged Lions with the basketball. Left wing. Free ball on the way. Dishman. No good. Again, Rowland Hall not going to the inside for their big guys, and that's hurting them.
They're trying to win it with one magical shot. There's no three-pointer big enough to win it with one shot.
Holt drives in, throws one up, and
Whoa.
can't get it to go. Got hit on the arm or no?
Where'd that come from? Wow.
So it'll be Rowland Hall basketball with 5:13 left in the fourth, 57-43. Enterprise leads by 14. And now Boston will pick up the ball at midcourt as it rolls. Ballard now with it again. Left wing, another three on the way. Salama hits the iron, no good, and one shot now for the Winged Lions.
Yeah.
Rebound by the Wolves. Bounce pass over to Jason Truman. Layup with the right hand is good from the left side.
Beautiful, beautiful.
16 points. There's a shot down in the lane, no good by Boston. Ballard's going to tie it up and force the jump ball call, and possession arrow in favor of the Winged Lions, so they get an extra possession that way. But boy, you just see the potential and the opportunity for a team like the Rowland Hall Winged Lions to come back. And again, you mentioned it, I mentioned it, they're vacating the inside with their big guys.
Yeah, they might as well not have the Adams kid in there. I mean, they're not even looking to him. As great a talent as he is, and I don't know how many possessions it's been since he touched the ball. Last time he touched it, I think, was an offensive rebound.
I think they changed the possession arrow, even though it was going Rowland Hall's direction.
Yeah. The official on the near side felt like he had it and remembered it, and they were wrong.
Now with the basketball, Enterprise breaks the press, and now going over the shot is going to be Bowler, and Bowler is fouled, and Bowler will find himself at the free throw line. This lead is 16 now for the Enterprise Wolves over the Winged Lions, and things getting a little dim for Rowland Hall.
Yeah, I think so. Their energy is sagging again.
Free throw by Bowler is short off the rim, no good. Checking into the game, Nathan Whitman for the Enterprise Wolves.
Again, some of the younger players or other players or maybe seniors that haven't had a lot of experience getting opportunities to come in here and play a little bit of basketball.
Second free throw is good. 1 of 2 at the line for Andrew Bowler. And Enterprise breaks the 60 barrier, 17-point lead. Right wing with the basketball, driving is Smith. Now he decides not to drive. Now they work it to the left wing. Driving in, passing to the inside, back to the outside. Boston, Ballard for three, rolls around and out, no good. Now rebound taken by the Enterprise Wolves. They stole it right away from Rowland Hall. And that was almost a travel there, but
well, there might have been a little bit of help there by the official not calling that one in this part of the game.
Now 4:07 left in the game. 60-43 Enterprise with the lead. Pass to Holt. Holt dribbles in. 15-foot jumper. No. Now they're shooting like they did in the first quarter. No iron at all. Lead pass for Rowland Hall. Salama drives in behind the back dribble. Gets the player Holt to jump in the air and then gets fouled. And to the free throw line will come Rowland Hall. And that's not where Enterprise's coach wants to see Rowland Hall, at the free throw line.
No. He just said, it's late in the game. I'm going to whack you.
Now the head coach talking to Ryan Holt. The free throw missed by Salama. Checking in Jack Dishman and Trey Provost. Coming out will be Maya Royer. And also checking out of the game is Xander Smith. One more for Salama at the free throw line. It's on the way. That one's no good either. And knocked out of bounds by the Enterprise Wolves. It'll be Rowland Hall basketball. And now they have, well, I thought they didn't have any big men in there, but going back on defense was Isaiah. Isaiah was doing a great job to get back on defense, Isaiah Adams. But boy, you know, a couple baskets, even though there's 3:50 left, I think if you get the ball inside, get a couple easy baskets from Adams, you might be able to make a run. Here's a three straight away. Dishman hits the rim, no good. But again, they're settling for those three-point shots, and now Lob gets rid of the ball, fires it to his teammate, now swings it up to Truman. Truman breaks the timeline, dribbles down the lane, dishes to Gardner. Gardner layup is good.
Those two guards, Gardner and Holt, are so good at that.
10 points for Jay Gardner. Yusuf Salama back out. They work at left corner. Three ball on the way, no good. And rebound by Jay Gardner.
I like to see their shooting percentage from three-point land, especially since the first quarter.
Now Jason Truman being double teamed, gets the ball stolen away by Trey Provost. Provost will bring it down, scoops it up, and scores it. Wow, that was fantastic.
Jumps in the air, loses control of the ball, regains it, and flips it up and in.
62-45, Wolves lead. There's a pass tipped by Adams out of bounds at center court.
Souvenir in the stands.
Mayor Royer checks back in for Rowland Hall. Coming out will be Jack Dishman. Inbounds to Truman. Truman will bring it across, gets trapped, and travels.
No,
Or is that a charge?
Offensive foul. He pushed the player out of the way.
And that's a turnover to Rowland Hall. Winged Lions trying to make a run here with 2:54 left. I'm just going to make the prediction. We've been talking about it all second half long. Rowland Hall doesn't go inside. They don't have a chance to win this game. There's a three to the left wing. That's not rocket science. I know. Free throw is, or three-pointer is missed and rebounded by Enterprise.
They're throwing up the first quick three-pointer they find. Instead of, again, time is an issue right now, but inside out, they'd have better shots.
Now with the basketball, there's a pass out to Lob. Lob's going to drive in for the Enterprise Wolves. Down low to Gardner. Gardner lost the ball. Picked up by the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. Back they come. Driving, layup is going to be good with a right hand by Isaiah Adams.
I was afraid they weren't going to throw that ball to that young man. He was way out in front.
15-point lead for Enterprise, 62-47. Drake has it, gets bumped and fouled. That'll be a 1-and-1. No, yes, it'll be 2 shots now. I think that's the 10th team foul. 9's on the board, but I believe that puts them over the double limit.
Yeah.
Double bonus for Enterprise. 4th personal foul on Yusef Salama. Tried to jar that ball loose and just got the arm as you watch the Centricom Channel 10 instant replay. There's the free throw up and good by Drake. Jagger Drake gets his first point of the basketball game, makes it a 63-47 game. Second one up, that one's going to bounce in good for Jagger Drake. And a timeout by Enterprise. 2:17 left in the game. Enterprise 64, Rowland Hall 47. We'll be back right after this here on Centricom Channel 10 and on VTV Channel 6. Is the Beaver Beavers in that close game with the Enterprise Lady Wolves.
I think so, and they're going to have the tallest hill to climb up of. That is the most difficult game to play, in my opinion. Battling hard the night before, getting beaten, and then having to come back in that game. There's still a lot to be won there, but it is so emotionally difficult. I think emotionally, I think maybe Kanab has the better way of it because they were shot yesterday emotionally, and they'll probably be a little bit better today. Beaver, they expected to win it all. We all do. But yeah, it's going to be tough for them.
So they will play next against Kanab. And then there's a travel on the far side. That'll be the 1:20 game, I believe, is the start time for that. Then we have the boys' third place game. And that's going to be Layton Christian in that game. And they'll be playing. They were knocked off by Beaver in a big way, of course. And the Parowan Rams in that game with the Layton Christian team. And that'll be at 3 o'clock. 5 o'clock, the girls' championship. As Jason Truman puts it back outside, 3 ball on the way up, and that one's going to rim off no good for Nathan Whitman. Rebound taken, and Rowland Hall gets it. All the way down court is Salama, but they didn't see him. Girls' championship will have the Enterprise Lady Wolves playing the Millard Lady Eagles. First time in about 20 years that the Millard Lady Eagles have been in the championship game.
I was informed it was 1995 when they played the last time in the state championship. 23 years.
23 years ago. And then the boys' championship game will have big implications as the Beaver Beavers will be in that game. They'll take on the Duchesne Eagles. That should be a battle.
I think so. Those teams are so fundamentally sound and so emotionally sound. That ought to be a real, may not be the highest scoring game you've ever seen. It might be 40-39, but it'll be hard fought and well played.
Dishman's free throw is good on the second try. So Dishman gets the bucket there. Foul called while we're discussing there. 64-48 Enterprise. There's a steal by Provost. Goes up with 1:29 left, and he'll be back to the free throw line. This will bring it to a 14-point game if he gets both of them down. And you heard a big cheering from the crowd. That was the Enterprise crowd as the starters have been removed from the game with a big hand.
Yeah, they're trying to get the younger players in, but a coach kind of bites his fingernails hard because you got your starters out of there, you let your younger kids play, and then they start to eat away at the lead, and you worry, okay, how long will I go at this before maybe I bring those starters back?
Jackson Watkins and Kobe Drake come into the ball game. And getting a hand is the older Drake, Jagger, and of course Jay Gardner, as that's going to be their last game played this season in basketball.
And the other coach starting to put his younger players in too, taking his starters off the bench. So they're both conceding this at this point.
Isaac Holbrook will check in for the Rowland Hall Winged Lions. Also in there for Enterprise is Case Jones. Free throw up and rattles off, no good for Provost. Loose ball, Provost gets it. Now swings it out top. Smith for three. Off the rim, no good. In the corner, picked up by Enterprise. Nice rebound there by Kobe Drake. Lead pass. Gives it up to Case Jones. Now passing the lane and scrambling with the ball. Cannot get it is number 2, Jackson Watkins.
Boy, he just wanted that so bad. He was open for a shot, just unable to bring it in before he got tied up.
It'll be Rowland Hall basketball. Rowland Hall will bring it up on the dribble. Boston Ballard, right wing to Smith. Right corner it goes. 3 ball on the way. That hits the iron, no good. And rebounded by Enterprise. 1:05 left in the game, 64-49. And now a double team and trapped in the backcourt is Enterprise, and there's a foul at midcourt.
Their shooting percentage from that three-point range has got to be about 10%, if that, Rowland Hall. Whereas in the first quarter, it was probably 60 or 70%.
Under a minute left in the game, 64-49. The Enterprise Wolves lead by 15, and at the free throw line right now for the Wolves, his first shot is going to bounce off, no good, is Case Jones. It's so interesting over the years to see these traditional programs, traditional small towns, see the same last names filter through the teams, just different first names over the years, and just shows the family generations coming through. I mean, Drake and you know, some of the other names in Enterprise down there that keep coming through. You've got Hyatt, and then of course as you drive through, what's the main name of the farm down there that you drive through and it's got?
Is it Jones?
Could be.
No,
I'm not sure.
I don't go that way. I go back door.
Oh, you go back door.
I go back door. Yeah.
I've gone there several times. They got that great burger place down there in Enterprise too. I don't know if you've eaten there before.
I don't go there either.
You need to go there to eat. It's
sorry,
fantastic. Man. I can't think of the name, but it's got the best sandwiches. They got those big shakes. And
well, they got Holt's and Terry's and Jones's and Hyatt's. Yeah. Back when I was down in St. George, the same good families that have been there for a long time, and their kids are wonderful kids.
There's a lead pass for the Wolves. They get out of the press with the basketball's Case Jones. There's a 3-ball, left wing, rims off, no good. Rebound tracked down by Adam Holt. Holt shoots it up high off the glass, rims off, no good. And rebounded by the Winged Lions. 64-49 remains the score. 22 seconds left. Right wing, 3 on the way by Rowland Hall. That is good. Drained by Ben Howden.
Where's he been?
On the bench. Now back the other way comes Enterprise. Brecken Nelson drives in, swings it over, out top, 3-ball on the way, Enterprise. That hits the rim, no good. 6 seconds left. Back over to the left side, and there's a foul called, and trying to rip it away from the Rowland Hall player. Galib Ibrahima is going to be Enterprise. That's going to be a foul, and we've got free throws coming. That's going to be on number 3, his first personal. Matthew Bowler in the game. So
makes his first one.
Now one more coming. There's the free throw up and good. And 1 of 2 at the line. Or do you make both? You said?
Yeah.
Make both. And that's going to end the game as the buzzer sounds. 64-53, the Enterprise Wolves win by 11 and take 5th place in state here at the Sevier Valley Center in Richfield. Any comments, Dennis?
I was chuckling because the young man from Rowland Hall was trying to mug him on the sideline and give the foul, and the official just sat there and said, I ain't calling it. With less than a second, I'm not calling this. And he just let the time go out.
So the Enterprise Wolves with the victory and take 5th place over Rowland Hall. A fine fought game, and I like the way the Enterprise Wolves battled back. They were down early in this game and then came back and won it. Thanks for joining us here on VTV Channel 6 and Centricom Channel 10 for our broadcast here from the Sevier Valley Center. Up next, the very famous and Hall of Fame announcer, Scott Langford, for our next broadcast.